Hello. Hi everyone. All right, this is going to be a little focus workout today. We're going to do our backs, okay? If you want to just stick to mainly floor work for your back, then just skip through the beginning, okay? But I'm going to do a little bit of seated, standing stuff to start with. So if you want to give it all a go, go for it. And if you want to skip the floor stuff, then just follow along to the first part. Okay, I'm going to press start on my timer so I know not to go over time. And now we'll get this show on the road. Okay, so I'm going to start sitting down just to make it easy. You don't have to, you can stay standing if you like. Got the sun in my eyes. We're here in Robe today, staying at Long Gully campsite. So if you hear any noise, it's just other people in the campsite. All right, okay. Let's take those arms up above the head. Let's open up the chest, open up the hands, and I want you to pull the elbows back as you slide the hands down behind your head, just as much as you can, pulling down and then stretching back up again. Good, and again, down, and then pushing back up, and then down, and then pushing back up. We're going to do that once more. Good. All right, so we're just opening up that chest. I want you to squeeze those elbows in behind you and then reach them out. And again, squeeze them in and reach them out. I've got the sun in my eyes. Let me close them. Good, let's do that once more, pulling in. Make sure you keep those shoulders down and lower. Okay, so I'm sitting in a chair here. I'm going to grab a hold of the edges of the chair. I'm going to lift my shoulders up towards my ears, and then I'm going to pull my shoulders down. And as I do that, I'm going to try and lift my bum off the chair. And then I'm going to lower down, bending my arms so that I'm not lifting my shoulders back up to my ears. And again, up and down and pushing up and down. We're going to do 3 more. 1, 2, and last one, and 3. Good work. All right. Let's take those arms out to the side. Now we're still working on these upper back muscles here, okay? If you want to use weights, you can. That'll just add more pressure, more work for your upper body, okay? We're going to push up and down, just lowering those elbows just a little bit, trying to keep that chest open. So imagine you're between 2 panes of glass here, okay? Up and again, up and up. And we're going to do that once more, pushing up. Good. Let's take those arms out to the side. I want you to keep that position. Do a little twist, just working through that central spine area. And around again, not too far. I'm just sort of going so that my chest is just over my knee. Okay, if I go too much further, then I start to move through the hips as well. Good. Let's go 1 more to each side. And last one. Good. Coming back to the center. Good. Let's bring those arms back down onto the edge of the chair. Lift the shoulders to start. And then we're going to push those shoulders down, trying to lift the bum off the chair. If this is not working for you, or you can't feel your bum lifting off the chair, just feel the movement through the arms, okay? And make sure you can feel the shoulders drawing away. You don't have to get your bum off the chair. Okay, we do want to feel that those shoulders are traveling in the right direction here. Let's do that once more. You can also feel the upper body working. Good work. All right, let's take those arms back up to the top, open out. Let's take the hands down just as far as we can and push up again. And 2, and pushing up, and 3, and 2 more, and last one. Good, we're going to open out wide, we're going to squeeze in behind and stretch out. Oh, that sun's just come out from behind the clouds now, so I'm just going to close my eyes. 1 more. Good, hold the arms there, we're going to do a little twist and around again, just getting some movement into that spine. Good. Come back to the center. I'm going to lower the arms now. Just relax. I want you to keep that posture, and I want you to just focus on that lower half now, so your lower back. So I'm going to get you to scoot forward on your chair. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor, and you're just going to do your little pelvic tilt, scooping that tummy back, tucking the tailbone under you, trying to get like a C shape through that lower back. Trying is the operative word there, okay? It's not easy, especially if you're very stiff in that area. So Just do what you can. Focus on the tummy scooping back. Good. Let's do a couple more. Okay, last one. All right, good. We're going to stand up now. So tuck your feet under you and stand. Good work. All right, I'm going to move my chair and I'm actually going to use the edge of the caravan to help me today. I think that's going to work. You can still see me. All right, so you're going to use a wall space, okay? And from here, you're going to step back up onto the toes so that you're making a nice straight line from head down to your toes. And then we're going to step back in. Now you're going to have your hands level like so, okay, so that they are in front of your shoulders and against your flat wall. I don't have a flat wall. I could come around the corner. I don't know if you can see me. Can you have a look at that? See if you can see me. Got my little helper here. All he has to do is turn the little camera picture around without touching the... There we go. All right, cool. Okay, so from here, we're going to step out and then we're going to step back in. And I want you to try and keep this straight line the whole time. Step away, nice big step away from the wall, up onto the toes straight away. This time we're going to put a little bend in those elbows. And then we're going to step it back in. Okay, let's do 5 of those. Step it out, nice flat back, in, out, and step it back in again. Good, that's 1. Little bend. You don't have to go all the way into the wall. You can if you like. Makes it a little harder. 2. Stepping back. Find your position. Keep that back nice and flat. So you want that belly button drawing back towards the spine the whole time. Got 2 more to go. Remember, the further you step back, the harder it is to bend and come in, okay, and keep your back supported. So right now, we're strengthening the back. There shouldn't be any pain or discomfort in the back at all. If there is, make your step back smaller. There we go, that's 5. And let's come back in. Good, let's give the arms a little shake. Loosen up the shoulders. We're going to come back into that step back position. Okay, and this time we're going to bend the right knee. When we do that, I don't want you to twist the body, okay? Just a small bend, then straighten it. Then the left and straighten. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, the foot can come off the floor like this. Okay, I'm not sinking through the hips. I'm keeping myself strong. And the more you lift that leg, the harder it's going to be. Okay, so you've got a few options. I'm still up on my toes. I'm just going to do 4 more. Belly button is drawing back. That's 3, 2. How you going? And 1. Good work. Did you get to 10? Stretch it out. Yeah, you can feel those arms working as well. Okay, so it's important that we keep our posture the whole time. So if you find that that's too challenging, even with just a small bend and foot on the floor still, just go back to what we did before, which was without any bend at all. All right, let's try 5. Hands on the wall, shoulders down, chest open. Step back, hold it there. Small bend if you want. Big bend if you want. Then the other leg. And then again. We're going to do 1 more. Belly button drawing back the whole time, and we're going to step back in. Good. Remember, keep your posture. Let's step back again. So you've got your options. Hold it there. Small bend. Bigger bend, up to you. 1 more. Belly button drawing back. You might be able to feel those lower ab area starting to switch on as well. If you feel like it's getting too much on the shoulders, any shoulder injuries there, then you can stop or step in closer to the wall. You don't have to step back too far. Okay, we've got 2 more to go. Belly button drawing back, keeping that back nice and flat no matter which way you are doing it. We do not want those hips tilting and twisting. Good. Once more. Step it back. Belly button to the spine. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good job. Bring it in. Let's stretch out those wrists. Roll the shoulders because they might be starting to get a little bit tired. Good work. Okay, last one we're going to do here is take a little squat position here. I'm going to come forward. You're going to take a squat and we're going to lift those arms up, opening up that chest. Now this position alone, without the arm movements, is going to be doing some back strengthening, because you got to make sure you're in a tilt. If you've got a mirror close by, use one, okay? We don't want to be arched over. Stick the bum out behind you like you're about to sit on the toilet, okay? Or a chair. Hinge from the hips. Lifting those arms as high as you can. And again, can you hear my music playing? That's my alarm telling me to stop. 3. Going to do 2 more arm movements. 2. Yeah, those legs are working as well. The deeper your squat, the harder they work. Good. And when we come up, we're going to bring it all in and stand tall. Let me turn that alarm off. All right. So we'll just do a few little squats, making sure that it's like we're about to sit down on something. Okay, we're keeping everything nice and flat. Don't overthink it too much. Use a mirror instead so you can see what you're doing. Forward. Okay, let's come down and hold. We're in a hinge position. We lift those arms. We just work those back muscles a little bit more. And again. Good. And again. We're going to do 2 more arm movements, just lifting those arms as high as you can. Here's the last one. Good. And standing tall. Good work. All right. So if you want to come down onto the floor, you can join me down on the floor. If you prefer to just do all of those seated and standing ones again, go for it. Okay. Or you could just leave it at that, as strengthening up your posture and lower back muscles. For everyone else, let's get down onto the floor. I'm going to let you come down any way you like this time. So coming down onto the knees, we're going to lie straight down onto our tummy. Place your hands underneath your forehead. Now I've got the peak of my cap sort of stopping me from getting right down, but I want you to sink that chest as low as you can. Get those arms out nice and wide there so that you can sink down. Don't hold yourself up in this position. Relax. All right, let's lift the upper body. Deep breath out as you come up. Breathe in as you lower down. You want to breathe as you move, not as you come to the end of the movement, not just as you take off. Through the whole movement. Breathe out through the mouth. Empty those lungs. Allow those muscles to work properly. Now, if this is hurting your shoulders and neck, you can always leave your arms on the floor. Otherwise, we're just going to stick with this one for 5 more. 1, 2. You can see I'm keeping my chin tucked, so I'm lengthening the neck the whole time. You've got 2 more to go. Last one. Good. We're going to move into the lower back, and I'm going to bring my hands in a little closer just so I can rest my forehead onto my hands and you can still hear me through my microphone. Okay, I want your neck nice and long still, so don't look forward, don't look sideways. Lengthen those legs, squeeze your bum. Feel like you're trying to make those legs longer, and then lower down. And again. Again, we want to breathe as we move, so deep breath out before you start and as you move. Okay, so it's a long breath. Don't just wait until the movement started. Breathe through the whole thing. Breathing out. Now you can do this one leg at a time if it's too heavy on your lower back, so you shouldn't feel any pain or discomfort in your lower back. If you are, one leg at a time. 3. You should be able to feel that butt squeezing. 2 and 1. Good job. All right, let's take those arms up above the head, and I'm going to turn my hat sideways a little bit. No, that's not going to work. All right, I want you to get your forehead right down onto the mat. Mine's not, but yours is. Arms out about the width of your mat so you can relax your shoulders. Chin is tucked, and we're going to take the opposite arm and leg. We're going to lift them just off the floor, and then you're going to pulse in an upward motion. Up, 2, nice and slow, for 3, lower down and change sides. Now the reason you should have your forehead on the floor is so that you are not using your neck muscles for this movement. They should be relaxed. Up, and 2, and 3, lower down, other side, and 2. Try to lengthen and lift, then pulse.
2. Really separate those movements so you know exactly what your body is doing. Now the arm is moving from the shoulder, the leg is moving from the hip. So you can feel the butt do a little squeeze, those hamstring muscles in the back of the upper leg tightening a little, and keeping that posture in position. We're not twisting the upper body at all. You're working through the upper back and shoulders. And one more. Should be even on both sides. Good. We're going to slip the elbows under the shoulders. We're going to give that lower back a squeeze. Squeeze your bum as well if that helps. If you can go a little further, go for it. If it hurts, don't do it. Good. You don't have to be completely straight in the arms. What I don't want is your shoulders in your ears, okay? You'll be able to hear me still. All right, lower yourself back down. Hands back under the forehead. We're going to go back to the upper body. All right. Lifting. 1. Arms on the floor if you need to. 2. 3. 4. One more. 5. Now we're going to do 6 with the legs just to make sure those that are doing one leg at a time are even when they finish. Squeeze that butt. 3. 4. 5. Keep your forehead down. 6. Lengthen out those arms. Rest your forehead on the mat. Opposite arm and leg. Lengthen and pulse. 2. 3. And down. Lengthen and pulse. 2. 3. And down. Now the tricky part here is to make sure you're not pushing that tummy into the floor. Okay, we want to be drawing back. So breathe out and lengthen. And again, out and lengthen. Let's do one more on each side. Something's crawling up my arm. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. So I'm sure something's crawling up my arm here. Anyway, this time I'm going to get you to slip your hands just behind your shoulders like so. Keep that chin tucked. I want you to use your butt muscles, okay? Your butt's not just there for looks. It's there to use to support your back, okay? It's there to support your hips. So, squeeze that bum. Shoulders back. Now engage the core, belly button back. And all in one, as you breathe out, you're going to come up. And I want you to try and find a plank position. Now, if you can feel this in your lower back, I want you to lift those hips a little higher. You do not need to be on your feet. If you want to, you can be. All right, shoulders are back. If this is not working for your wrists, stay down on your elbows. Okay, it's up to you. There are always options. Your posture should be strong here. Belly button drawing to the spine. The back is supported. There's no pain whatsoever. Okay, if there is, bum needs to be higher. If you can only feel your shoulders working, then perhaps you need to drop your butt a little bit lower. But again, use a mirror. You can see yourself. Make sure it's a straight line from head to tailbone. If you're on your feet, if you want to go harder, it's a straight line from head to heel. Belly button is back. Tummy is just working gently. It's not a huge burn or anything through there. Now, if you need to stop, make sure you do. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to lower those knees. And we're going to stretch back this time, really lengthening out the arms and giving that lower back a good squeeze. Now, if you're a bit tight in the lower back, you might actually find that this gets a little bit hard to do because you feel really tight and like it's stretching out through that lower back. That's okay, just breathe into it. Just go within your limitations. Don't force anything. Good. All right, now we're going to come onto all fours. I know not everyone is suitable for all fours, so you can go back down onto your tummy, arms above your head, okay, as you have done in the past. We are just going to focus on the legs though, so I want you to think about posture if you're on all fours. There goes my alarm again, but I know that it was this time. Where is it? It was
set off a little bit early this time. Shoulders back, belly button back, just the leg. We're going to lengthen it out nice and long here. No stretching, no transferring that weight. I want you to keep it there. And then we're going to slide it in and out. And we're just strengthening through that lower back gently, as well as the legs and the hips, all connected. We're going to do one more of these. So if you're on your tummy, you're just going to lift and lower. Okay? If you're on all fours, we kick it in and out. I'm not lifting too high because I want to keep that core connected. All right? Always with the core. One more. Good. And bring it back down. Let's do that once more on each side. Pull it in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And we're going to take it down, change over, and pull in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Good work. All right, once more into child's pose. Release that back. Stretch out your wrists if you need to. The last exercise we're going to do for our back is specifically for the lower back, also for the tummy. And I know that majority of you hate this movement. I quite like it, but quite often I'm in the minority with the ones that I like. So I'm going to get you to lie on your back, okay? Lying on your back. Alright, and I'm going to show you different options, and then we're going to do it and you're going to choose which one you want, okay? So you can follow me. The first option, hands down by your side. I'm going to take one leg at a time to tabletop. You can see I've brought my knees over my belly button, okay, and I'm squeezing my legs together. Then I'm going to take the right leg and cross it over the left, just through the shin. All right, I'm going to feel that tummy sink into the floor, and as I do that, I'm going to press my elbows, shoulders and hands all down into the floor and try and lift the bum. This is for the lower back as well as the tummy. We're going to do one more. Good, and then I'm going to cross the legs the other way and do 5 more. So you can see I've kept my knees reasonably close. That's to support my lower back. So if you do have quite bad back issues, that would be my suggestion. Okay, so we're going to do it again, but this time I'm going to make it a little bit harder. So you're actually going to take your legs to tabletop. Instantly you can feel the tummy working harder. Again, we cross the right over the top and we go for 5. The trick here is to keep the angle in the hips the same. So I don't want to be pulling those knees into my chest. I want to be using my back muscles and my tummy muscles to lift my bum instead. That's how the legs get closer. Let's change the legs over. Go again for 5. So you should notice a difference if you're keeping your legs in the right position. One more. Good. Now if you need a rest, make sure you do, but I'm going to make it a little harder again. This time we're just going to leave the legs together. There's not going to be any crossing, okay? The crossing helps to keep your legs drawing close. It helps to keep the core connected. Now we're just going to rely on our legs this way. Tummy sinks down and we're going to do 10. 1. Again, trying not to pull the knees to the chest, instead focusing more on what the tummy and lower back are doing. 5 more. I breathe out as I come up. Helps to empty the lungs. Helps to get that oxygen and that blood into those muscles that I'm trying to work. Of course, I've lost count, so let's do one more. Good, and we're going to bring the knees into the chest. Good, so just relax there for a moment. Take your feet to the floor, knees bent, hands by your side, pelvic tilt. I want you to roll up into a bridge because we can't forget a bridge. Bridge is always important for the back. Make sure you are using your butt. Okay, again, your butt is not there just for the looks. It's there to support your back. So squeeze it and lift those hips. Roll the spine back down. Breathe. Breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in and hold, squeeze, and breathe out through the mouth.
Let's do that once more. And back down. Good job. All right, we're going to take those legs back to tabletop. We're going to do 10 more of those little lifts. Okay, you choose which position you want to do it in. If you're going to have your legs crossed, make sure you have 5 with it crossed one way and then 5 with it crossed the other way. Knees over the chest or tummy or over the hips. It's up to you. And off we go. Two more. Last one. And lower for 2 bridges, pelvic tilt. Deep breath out. Here's the last one. And up. Breathe in. Make sure you're working through the butt as well. And down. Good work. All right, if you can, knees to your chest. We're going to rock and roll all the way to the top. You can take your feet straight down today. No balancing necessary. I'm just going to get you to hinge forward. You can do this with straight legs and stretch your legs. You can take your legs out wide and lean forward, whichever way you're doing it. Remember, we're focusing on the back here, so I just want you to stretch out and relax that back. Good. Coming back up. All right, also for your back, this is one we haven't actually done before, but if you take your right knee forward and your left leg back like so, okay, you don't need to be a ballerina. You might find that this is enough. Make sure you get your hands or your fists on the floor so that you're supported. Okay, you might find this is enough to open up that hip. If you want more, you can bring that foot forward. Come down a little deeper. You'll actually feel that through the back of that hip and open up this hip. Okay, try not to do it this way because you're not going to get much stretch then. Okay, we want to keep those hips facing the floor. All right, then we bring it back in. We change legs, so you can start here, you can stay here if that is what you want to do. All right, you can feel that open up that hip a little. Can't feel anything? Take it an extra step. Okay. Now you'll start to feel it stretching through here as well. Okay. Good. Use your arms to help you to come back out of it if you need to. All right, one more, child's pose. Good. And you're done. All right, well done if you did both the classes. Well done even if you didn't, if you just to get through them. Remember, you just worked on your back there, so you're not going to feel the tummy burning or anything like that, but you should feel a little straighter, stronger through the back. And you can do these exercises a couple of times a day. You can pick and choose what you like. You can do it every day as a full session like this if you want to. Whatever suits you. Anyway, that's it for me here in Robe. The clouds are coming over, the sun has gone. And I'll speak to you again soon. See you later.